This is the Chicago Tylenol murders of 1982, and this crime is primarily why there is an annoying seal on almost everything you purchase today. Yes, believe it or not, there was a time where nothing had seals. You could go into a store, spin the top off a jar of peanut butter, and it was just peanut butter, or milk, or syrup, or pills. On September 28th, 1982, 12-year-old Mary Kellerman was admitted to a Chicago area hospital after taking an extra-strength Tylenol. She would pass away the next day. And that day, September 29th, 6 other individuals ranging in age from 20 to 35 would also all pass away after consuming Tylenol. Nurse Helen Jensen, a local health official, would visit one of the victims' homes and notice a bottle of extra-strength Tylenol with a receipt from its purchase that day. She put 2 and 2 together, then told her theory to investigators, and as soon as the bottle was smelled by the county's chief medical examiner, he instantly recognized the almond-like scent of cyanide. Toxicology reports would confirm that 4 of the remaining tablets in the bottle also contained cyanide, and a public service announcement went out to not consume Tylenol purchased in the city. Johnson & Johnson would also issue a nationwide recall. Several more bottles, both purchased and on shelves in multiple Chicago area stores, were found to also contain cyanide. Johnson & Johnson estimated that 31 million bottles were in circulation at the time in the U.S., and they urged consumers nationwide to return their bottles and guaranteed a refund. That was $100 million 1982 dollars. The problem was so alarming that foreign customs officials even added the question, "Did you bring Tylenol?" to the standard questionnaire for incoming Americans to their countries. The capsules would prove to have been manufactured in 2 different locations, meaning it probably wasn't an inside job. Someone had likely purchased the bottles, taken them home, added cyanide to several capsules in each bottle, and then simply returned them to the shelves. In early 1983, at the FBI's request, 12-year-old victim Mary Kellerman's address and location of her gravesite was made public, and then both were kept under 24-hour surveillance as authorities thought the killer might try to visit, but no suspects ever showed up. There were 2 prime suspects, but even after DNA became an investigative tool, both suspects had passed away, but they were exhumed, and neither's DNA was found on any bottle. One final note, Ted Kaczynski, aka the Unabomber, committed his first acts of terrorism in the Chicago area from 1978 to 1980, and his parents had a home near Chicago in 1982 where he would stay occasionally. FBI requested DNA samples from him in regards to this case, but again, to no avail. And that was the Chicago Tylenol murders of 1982. Now, just FYI, I did a podcast for 5 years, and though I haven't put out any episodes in a while because I've been focusing on my TikTok endeavor, the podcast is still active. It's called The Pop List, and I did an episode on this subject with many more details if you're interested in checking that out. You can find it in most places podcasts are available, particularly on the Apple Podcast. Oh yeah.